everyone, and welcome to another Pilates video. Now today I am starting in standing, but it is fine for you to sit down and do the first bit seated and then stand. There's also a little bit of arm work, and for our arm work today you need to be able to get your hands behind you. So if you're sitting down and you've got arms on your chair, that might be a bit tricky. If it is, you can just take your arms out a bit wider. So I am going to demonstrate and bring my hands right behind my back. Of course, just do what you can. So you can be standing, you can be seated. I am going to stand. And whether or not you're standing or you're seated, let's think about our alignment as we start. So your feet are about that hip distance apart. Remembering we judge hips by the hip bones at the front of the pelvis, not by thinking of the widest outside part of our pelvis. From the second toe, we're trying to line up with the middle of the knee and then go down to the second toe. So you're trying to encourage yourself in that parallel. Try not to roll your knees in and not sit them with them too wide apart. So just being mindful of that positioning. Now the pelvis. At the bottom of our pelvis we have two sit bones, and we're trying to be even between those two sides. So not sitting on one more than the other and not rocking back. So if you're sitting, you're not leaning back into the chair, you are trying to sit away from the back of the chair. The tips of the shoulders are lining up with the tips of the hips. That goes down from the second toe through the center of the knee. So we've got this sort of alignment through the two sides of the body. And as much as possible, your arms are down by your sides, or you can rest them on your legs. The head is back on that spine, so it's imagining that something popped up in front of you and you just want to draw your head back a little bit. So you're not letting your head hang forwards, you're trying to draw it back. I think about being like a puppet on a string, so there's an invisible little string pulling me up towards the roof. All of these pointers really helpful. If you're sitting upright or standing upright, you give more space for your lungs. So we can really use our lungs more when we breathe. And that's the focus now. We're going to breathe in for 3 counts. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, and breathing out 1, 2, 3. I'm going to click my fingers because I'm going to keep talking. That's your breath in, and that is your breath out. Now, I don't mind if you breathe in through your nose or you breathe in through your mouth. And I don't mind if you're breathing out through your nose or out through your mouth. Just try and keep a nice, steady flow of breath. Now, if you are standing like me and you need to sit down, that is fine. You can pop up and come down as feels right for you. Good. We're going to do one more time, just focusing on our breath and out. Lovely. Now we're going to come into some little heel raises. Again, I'm standing. You can be holding onto the back of the chair if you want, or you can sit down. I've just moved the chair so it's easier to see what's happening. We're going to start with the right heel and we're going to do 4 lifts. In fact, why don't you start with the side as you're mirroring me, the side for me that's closest to the plants here. So I'm going to lift the heel for 1, lift the heel for 2, lift the heel for 3, and lift the heel for 4. Now we're going to do the other foot. Lift the heel 1, and lift the heel 2, and lift the heel 3, and lift the heel 4. Now we're going to do 3 on each leg. Heel comes up for 1, heel comes up for 2, and can we keep our beautiful standing or sitting alignment? That was our 3 on the other side. And again. Nice. Now we've got 2. 1 and 2. And we're going to swap sides. 1 and 2. We're going to alternate our singles. So 1, other side 1, first side 1, second side. We'll do 4 more singles. And again. And again. Last time. Good. Excellent. Give everything a little bit of a wiggle. We are going to go one more time through this whole set. This time we're going to start with the other leg first of all. So it's 4 on each side, 3 on each side, 2 on each side, and singles to finish with. Here we go. Up for 4. Up for 3. Can we feel as tall as possible as we do this? Other side 4. And 3. Nice deep breaths in and out. Now we're back to our 3. So we've got 3 and 2 and 1. And we're going the other side for 3 and 2 And 1. We're back to that first side. 4, 2, and 4, 2. Now we're going to do our singles. Up and down we go. Up and down. And we've got 4 more. And we're done. So last 4, last 3, last 2, last 1, and we are done. Now if you're standing, you are going to get a break and you're going to sit yourself down. If you're already sitting, you are going to stay sitting. But we're keeping to that front edge of the chair. We're going to do a little bit of movement through our pelvis and our spine. We're doing some little hulas now. I find it helpful to put my hands onto my hips, but you can keep them on your legs if you want. First movement we're going to do is rock the pelvis back. So it's like you're trying to draw your tail between your legs, a little roll back. Then we come center. We'll do that again. Little roll back and center. So if I stand up, this is what we're trying to make happen. We're rolling back off our sit bones and coming to the middle. Rolling back off our sit bones and coming middle. So it's not about a lean back, it's about a little tilt back. We'll do that one more time. Cool. All right, now we're going to try and go from one side to the other. So I've got a pillow here, so it's as though someone's pulling the pillow out from underneath me. So that one side of the pelvis is going to lift up a little bit more than the other. Now I've demoed it as quite a big movement, but you can keep it quite a small movement. Both feet are on the floor as you're doing this, and we've got 1 more to go, and then we're going to do the other side. So we're going to try and lift that hip like someone was trying to pull a pillow out from behind you. It's sat on something and you want to move it out of the way. Let's do 4 more. And 3. I'm going to put my hands on my hips for 2. And 1. Excellent. So we're going to put those movements together. There will naturally be a little bit of a movement forwards as well as we do the hula. Just do what feels right for you. We don't want to force that, and I'm not going to overly explain that because it will just be where your body falls. You'll naturally do it. We're going to start by going back. So we're going to go back. We're going to go to the plants, like someone was pulling that away. We're going to go around to the other side and then come back. So we go to one side, big sweep around to the other side. We come back and we go again. One side, sweep around to the other side. We're going to come back. We're going again. One side, sweep around to the other side. We're going to come back. We're going to go the other way. So we're going to go that side, sweep around to my plants and come back. We'll go to the other side, sweeping around and coming back. Let's do 3 more. One side, sweeping around and back, and again. One side, sweeping around and back. Here's our last time. One side, sweep it around and back, and then we'll center. Good, nicely done. Okay, we've got some arm work coming up now. So we're going to do what's traditionally called serving bread. So you have your palms up, elbows are in at your sides. It's also called the offering. So we're going to serve bread with one hand, then with the other hand, then with both hands, all right? So let's start with my hand that's closer to the plants. Like we did with our feet, we've got 4 of these. So we're going to reach for 4. Reach forward for 3. Reach forward for 2. Reach forward for 1. Now we're doing the other side. Now we're doing the same patterning that we did with our legs. So that's 2, and that's 1. And now we have got 3. Reaching 3. Reaching 2, reaching 1, other side, reaching 3, reaching 2, reaching 1, first side for 2, good, and for 2, nice, here's our singles, 8 singles, and 7, sitting nice and tall. Can you think a little bit about your tummy, pulling your belly button in to help you support your spine as you sit nice and tall and done. Circle those shoulders all the way around, all the way around. Now, you can stay with that option from bent to straight arms, or we can go to some double arms, both arms out together. Don't let your shoulders come up. Keep your shoulders down. So your arms aren't going to go higher than your shoulder height. You're going to keep them fingertips at shoulder height. Here we go. We're going to do 8 with both arms. Going out for 8 and going out for 7. reaching forward 6. So you're serving bread or offering something out to your friends. We're here for 4, and we're here for 3, and we're here for 2, and we're here for 1. All right. Now we are going to keep the arms out there. We're going to hold them out there. That does get a little harder, so go back to the first variation I showed you if you prefer. We're going to be crisscrossing our hands, one overlapping over the other, okay? So draw your tummy in because you're going to need your abdominals to help you. We're going to reach the arms out too straight. They're below shoulders, and we're going to overlap our hands. We're going to try and do 16. They're quite fast. Here we go. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You get a rest. Good. Now we're going to do that again, but we're going to have palms down this time. Another 16 if you can. Reach your arms out too straight, and here we go. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Give your shoulders a big circle round. Now this is the bit where we're going to be standing up. For some of you, you're just going to keep your hands a little bit wider if you're seated with the chair. We're going to be working into our triceps, the backs of the arms. We're going to do some bent to straight and then some straight ones. Okay, so I'm standing on up, and I'm going to go side on as I think that's a little bit more helpful. Still in that lovely hip distance apart that we found at the beginning, but this time we've got a little bit of a lean forwards of the body, and we're bending the knees a little bit, okay? If you are more comfortable up straight, that's fine. I am going to angle myself. The arms are in by your side, so I've got bent elbows, and I'm going to glue my upper arm in by the side of the body. So I'm going to keep it squeezed, almost like you're holding like a pillow. So you want to keep that arm in tight. Both arms are going together. So both arms are going to straighten out and bend in. Straighten out and bend in. We're doing both arms at the same time. Now, if you are down sitting and you have the arms of the chair, you're not going to get your arms in quite so tight the whole time. But do squeeze them in when you can. I've lost count. Let's do another 4. That was very honest about my counting. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. All right, come on up. Okay, so that was your beginner or your easier variation. Same with the serving bread. When we go from bent to straight, it's easier than trying to hold straight. So now we're going to do some scissors. Trying to reach behind you. If you can't get your hands behind you, just scissor them in the air. We've got a set of 16 with our palms up and a set of 16 with our palms down. All right, so I'm bending the knees and I'm leaning, but you can keep upright. Here we go with our scissors. We're going 16, 15, 14, 13, trying to cross your arms behind you. Keep it going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And have a little breather and circle those shoulders. Good. You're doing really well. Just remember, we don't want to squeeze the shoulders up. We want to keep the shoulders down. So we're thinking of long arms. Slightly harder, backs of the hands up to the ceiling. Let's see how we go this time. Bending those knees. And here we go. 16, 15, 14. So my arms are not touching, but I'm still trying to squeeze them in behind. Really good for the backs of the arms, keeping them nice and strong. I've lost count. Let's keep going. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Circle your shoulders around. Give everything a bit of a wiggle. Really good work for your triceps and the backs of those arms. Can feel like it's quite a lot of work. Okay, so we're nearly done. We're just going to do one last little thing in standing, and this time we are going to be doing circles with our arms. So they're going to do circles round one way and then circles round the other way. We're going to do it 8 in each direction, or you're seated if it's too much. Okay, little bend on those knees, long arms, fingertips stretching, and let's circle round and round. So my arms, it looks like they're going into the body, in and around, in and around, in and around. 2 more, 1 more, back we go the other way. So keep that neck long, don't look straight down at your feet, try and look out in space. Can we do 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and we are done. Now we're all going to be sitting down, and we're going to give those arms and those wrists a little wiggle and a little shift around. Really well done. There's quite a lot through those arms. What we want to work on now is a little bit more movement through our spine. So we are going to do a little bit of twisting, and we are going to do a little bit of side bending. Now, cast your mind back to the start when we had our heels lifting, okay? We're going to build that back in with our twist. Let's bring our arms up here. So this is our kind of Cossack position, one arm stacked on top of the other. I'm going to turn to my plants and I'm going to do 4 turns to my plants. Little out and in, little twist and back center. So we're twisting center 4, twisting center 3, twisting center 2. Now we're going to go the other way for 4 again. So you might remember this is the patterning we're doing today. We're doing 4s, 3s, 2s, 1s and singles. So now we're back to our 3. Very upright. We're not leaning on the back of the chair. Other side for 3. Other side for 2. Other side for 1. And now we've got 2. So we're 2. And again. And again. Can we keep going? If it's getting too much with your arms up, do take them down. Give them a shake. Give yourself a little bit of a breather. We're going side and center. We're going side and center. And we have 4 to go. And we have 3 to go. And we have 2 to go. And we have 1 to go. And then we're going to rest those arms down. Good. They've worked really hard. Give them a little release. Okay. Let's add in our legs. I'm going to go that way first of all. And as I go that way, that will be the heel that's coming up. So as you turn, that will be the way that you lift. If it's too much, do legs, do arms, but you don't need to put it together. If it's too much with the arms up, you can put the hands on the hips and just turn, okay? I'm going to do this, but you can do whatever is working. Okay, deep breath in. Let us go that way. Lift the heel on the side that you're turning towards. We're going the other way. For 4 and 3 and 2. Good work, everybody. Let's go for 3. You can do it. 3 and 2 and 1. And we're going the other way for 3 and 2 and 1. Now we've just got our 2. So we're twisting and we're twisting. The other way, we're twisting and we're twisting. Singles for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. Keep it going. Tummy strong. 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, and rest. Good. Circle your shoulders round. That was very well done. Okay, so I promised you some side bending. That's what's coming on now. If you're facing towards me, this hand can come on the hip, or you can hold underneath your chair, or if you have arms on the chair, you can rest there. I'd like you to feel that this shoulder is down. So when we lean to the side, we don't bring this up, we drop that down. This arm is going to reach up here, or be here, or be here. So over your head can be a little bit intense, so just kind of work out where you want. We are going to breathe in, and we're going to breathe out to lean. And we're going to come back. Now we're not even worrying about our feet. Nothing is going to come with our feet. And we're not even doing that 4, 3, 2, 1 sequence now. It's just finding that side reach. So this is 4. Now we're doing another 4. We're going over and we're coming back. So we're keeping it moving. Little flow over and back. Like you were being blown gently by the wind. There is our last one. Good. And release. Okay, other side. I'm up nice and high, or it's here, or it's here. We're going over and we're coming back. We're going over and we're coming back. So I find it helpful to breathe out as I go over, but you could choose to breathe in if you prefer. Just make sure you're not holding your breath. Don't need to hold our breath. And again. Good. And again. And we have one last time. All right, we are done. Good. Circle your shoulders all the way around. That is all over. The last little bit we want to try and work and mobilize is through our neck. So we're just going to be doing some gentle sweeps from side to side. If you need to go slower than me, that's fine, but don't speed up. We are only going from side to forward to side to forward. We're not going to take the head behind us. We're going to start by bringing the chin to the chest. So we're going to drop the chin down and then let it float back up. We're doing that again. Drop the chin down and float back up. We're doing it twice more. And then we'll add in a little bit of extra movement through the side. Now we're going to tilt. We're going to try and go ear to shoulder. Just come center, and then we'll go the other side. Ear to shoulder, and center. Good. Doing that again. Ear to shoulder and center. And then we're going to link them. Okay? So we're going to go ear to shoulder, then chin to chest, then ear back to the other shoulder, and then up. And then we'll go back the way we came. Ear to shoulder, chin to chest, ear to the other shoulder, and up. We'll do them back that way. If this is too much for you, if it's making you feel uncomfortable with your head, you're getting a bit of headache, don't do it. Stop doing it. It's quite nice for me, nice little kind of roll through of the neck. We've got 2 more to go. Ear to shoulder, let it sweep. Ear to the other shoulder, look up, and here's our last time. Ear to shoulder, let it sweep. Ear to shoulder, bring it up and pause. All right, give those shoulders a big circle round. We are all done with this little mobilization and Pilates video. You've done really well. Give yourself a little clap, a little round of applause. Make sure you drink some water after you've done your class so that you make sure that you're nicely hydrated. Nice to see you all again. Hope you like this one. I will see you again soon for another video.